I mean, it is a noir, but it's a comedy noir as well. So we got to like really have some heightened characters in there that just did and said silly stuff. Like, I have a favorite character, Zal, who's just like...
You're not allowed to say your favorite.
Am I not?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I have a favorite character. Like, Zal is just an amalgam of all the worst people I know. And like, I've just been able to write him that way, and it's just so wonderful.
So Appetite is a 6 by 10 minute comedy noir set in the world of food delivery cyclists. It's an SBS Digital Originals that was part of the 2022 initiative. Our series starts off with the death of a food delivery cyclist on the streets of Sydney, and the show follows a whole bunch of other delivery cyclists try and navigate the death and solve this kind of greater mystery around the accident and the truth behind the accident as well.
Should we call the police?
What? No way. Even if he was in trouble, we cannot risk his permanent residency.
So I started writing Appetite in like around 2017 when, you know, certain food delivery apps started flooding the marketplace, and I'd kind of been developing it for a while up until 2020, when in November 2020 there were a series of unfortunate rider deaths in the streets of Sydney. I think there were 5 in the duration of 1 month. So I wanted to create a show that looked into the role of the gig economy in, you know, our relationship with convenience culture. And then Neilesh and Grace came on board, and we kind of like did this deep dive into the gig economy through the lensing of food delivery apps.
You have 8 minutes to pick up several queued orders.
The writers' rooms were really great because it involved a lot of research and a lot of consultation, and it meant that we wrote from a place where we were, you know, trying to tell this story that was kind of grounded in character.
Yeah, we spoke to writers, we spoke to academics, we spoke to urban planners, we spoke to everyone really, because what seems like just people riding their bikes and delivering food has larger ramifications, and yeah, we covered it all. It's a very dense topic.
Yeah.
And fascinating.
We have like a 100-page Bible of transcribed like interviews, and yeah, I think that was a great kind of bedrock to just kind of find the most engaging but also entertaining show that we could create from that research.
Well, okay then.
So the initiative was always a 6 by 10 minute, but also it needed to exist as an hour, so just a continuous story.
It was really a good challenge to like know how to write to that format, because I found that we're so used to like consuming, you know, at least half an hour block episodes, and so condensing a story into that format was actually one of the hardest bits, I would say.
For sure.
Yeah, and because ours is a mystery, obviously you have to follow different tropes, and because it's a series you also want to keep the audience going along, so you've got cliffhangers, so we were writing to a lot of cliffhangers a lot of the time too.
I think genre allows you to kind of play to the tropes in a fun way, and there was such a good theme and story already, like adding mystery and that kind of element just made it more fun.
Isn't it a little bit coincidence?
Shooting in Sydney is difficult. Like in terms of permits, we also had stunts, we had riders on the road, a lot of different locations because it's a pacey show about being on the move. That was tricky, and because we wanted certain locations like inner city, Haymarket, again, super tough, but really glad we kind of persevered, as well as kind of how do you shoot bicycles? Do we just do it on a GoPro? But if we do it on a GoPro, will it look weird? And so all of those kind of questions on production were really difficult. Scheduling, we shot this in 12 days, which is crazy. We were at different locations every day, so the whole thing was super challenging from a production standpoint, but you know, we had a wonderful crew, really supportive team, like everyone just gave it 110%.
Well, at least you know where the bell is.
The most important thing is that I want the audience to kind of take away is examining like the cost of convenience, really. It's like who pays the price for convenience culture. In this show, it's your delivery cyclist or your delivery rider, but outside of this, like what other choices are we making? What other kind of you know, industries are also kind of running off of this kind of need for convenience as well. So just kind of to start that conversation would be really fun. Yeah.